Yeah. I don't have anything planned. I thought we could just do Q&A. I think the folks who are in here, I recognize you guys from my comment section. So, but let me know if you're a tarot reader. Let us know. Let everybody in the chat know. And I didn't really have anything planned, but we could talk about, answer any questions you guys have. We could do, oh, hey, Mama T. Oh, yay. Hello, Madalena. Oh my gosh, friends. 1 a.m. What are you doing? Are you usually awake at 1 a.m.? Madalena, that's so nighttime. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's right. We connected. I knew I recognized your username. We've connected on TikTok. So those of you who only know me from YouTube, I've been on TikTok for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And then only recently decided to be brave and start posting more here. So yeah, I find TikTok less intimidating. I find YouTube a little intimidating, but I wanted to be able to do like longer form things. And, this is the place for longer form, deeper dive videos. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Tarot reader for yourself, family, close friends. That's great. Madalena, have I ever told you I was in Portugal a long time ago and I adored it? I bet you hear this from everyone. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. You're about to go to sleep. Oh, good. Well, so nice of you to stop in. I did a study abroad in Spain when I was in college in the 90s. So it's been a long time. But I went to Portugal twice. And what a beautiful, beautiful place. I was in Tavira. I just went across the southern coast and stayed in Tavira, a little fishing town. And loved it. I loved hearing Portuguese. It was gorgeous language. And yeah, I have always wanted to go back, but I'm afraid of flying, actually. So I put it off and put it off and put it off for 30 years. Oh, no, TikTok drives you crazy. Mama T, when I first started, okay, because I'm like 50 years old, right? TikTok is not necessarily made for my generation, right? But when I first got on there, I was like, this is crazy. And I just I don't understand what's happening. And then I just got hooked. It's hilarious. The comment sections are hilarious. Like, I really like TikTok and I like posting on there. I like the lives on there. It's pretty fun. Tarot on there is I don't know. I don't want to, I can't think of a word that's not a swear word. A lot of the tarot readers on TikTok are beyond, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so Madalena, you're from Sintra near Lisbon. Okay, so I have not been to Lisbon. I didn't have a chance to see that. Beautiful. I'm so glad you got to stop by. It's nice to see you. Yes, your daughters send you. Yes, see, that's what it is. And I send TikToks to my sisters who are not on it. So I'm like their TikTok curator. I do the scrolling and I send them the good stuff. Well, we could do Q&A if you guys have questions about my practice or questions for each other. I would love to have more chat. Like, I think everybody in this chat is a reader. Arctic Arcana. Nicole's a reader. Mama T. Angel of Flight, you're a reader too, aren't you? So we could do we could also do some practice stuff. We could do readings. If anybody wants a reading, I'd do a reading for you. Just let me know what you're up for. I had no plan. I just thought I should do this because I'm nervous to do it. So I should do it. Okay. Yeah. Lots of decks. Really? Okay, so Angel, how come, what's making you not want to use your decks? I'm fascinated by this because you can see I've got mine. Got mine sitting behind me there. Oh, okay. So Eclectic Arcana, some practice up. Interested to see how you use tarot and oracle together. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we can do tarot and oracle together. Oh no, how did I say? Were you scrolling on Kickstarter? Is that what I've saved you from? You guys, I used to go down major, like I put hours and hours into scrolling on Kickstarter, but I'll tell you, so many of the decks in the last couple of years are just AI, and that has saved me. That has saved me from Kickstarter, is just not wanting to get decks that are AI. Okay. Oh, Angel. Yeah, so maybe just having some fear about getting started, some like past belief systems around tarot. Yes, I have noticed that, Nicole. The fact that it's disclosed is really helpful. And still, so many of the decks on Kickstarter, I feel like, to my eye anyway, are pretty obviously AI, but there's quite a few that are not. So I do appreciate that disclosure. Well, Angel, I don't know if it helps at all to know. If you've seen many of my videos, I read tarot from a secular point of view. I was raised Catholic. I'm an atheist now. My undergraduate degree was in theology and had always been sort of a questioning person anyway. But then once I started on that degree and like turned toward religion in an academic sense, I just feel a lot more comfortable approaching things secularly from an atheist point of view. And so I use tarot that way. I don't work with spirit. I don't work with deities. Um, I find tarot to be um, a creative thinking tool. It helps us get out of our ego, like get past the ego and the expectations, and it helps me see the world in a new way. But I don't know if that's helpful. That there are approaches to tarot. Like I was also raised to believe that tarot was somehow scary or against, a proper Christian religious upbringing. Um, and I wouldn't say it is, but also there are so many ways to approach tarot. What you do with the cards can be wildly different. I know there's people in this chat right now who use tarot wildly differently than I do, who are not atheists, who do not approach it from this secular way, right? There's lots and lots of ways to approach these cards. And for me, my comfort level, where I find tarot to be the most effective and powerful, is from that like psychological, therapeutic, um, like reflection of self kind of approach. So I don't know if that might help, might be a way that you could look into it, especially if you've got a bunch of decks you'd really like to use. Yes. Okay, Nicole. Yeah, I think we're sort of on the same. And I do want to also say that, like, using tarot and oracle for journaling, for self development in a therapeutic way, you can also be very spiritual about it. It's not like that's not the atheist way of using tarot, right? There's a lot of people who are religious, very spiritual, pagan, who approach tarot from a more therapeutic, psychological standpoint, or who use it to tap into their gods, or just with their ancestors. There's a lot of ways to use tarot. So just maybe think about it. Yeah, I find it to be very much like therapy. In fact, I'm really hoping to find a therapist who will let me bring my cards with me. Because for me, it's just it's about living an intentional life. It's a tool to help me approach my life in a more intentional way, to create a life I want to live. I don't think it's telling me a future. I think it's helping me create a future. But again, this is just one approach. And I want to be really clear. I think that when people hear atheist or they hear people talk like this, they start to think, like, assume that I'm going to be judgmental if they do things in a different way. And I just want to be really clear. That's not how I approach other people. And that's not how I approach other people's belief systems. So just want to be really clear about that. Let me just get caught up on the chat here. Oh, great. Yes. Okay, I'm just reading. So the username is Coffee and Tarot with Mama T, which if you guys aren't following, you should follow anybody in this chat who posts. Madalena was in here. She posts. I'm having a perimenopausal moment. Mama T, your name is Teresa, right? I'm so sorry. This time of night. But I'm just going to read the comment. It says, I love using tarot for psychological personal reflection, but also use it to connect with the divine. Believe that my higher power is big enough to allow me to use whatever tools that resonate. And yep, that resonate. That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Okay, good, Teresa. Oh, good. It's hard to thanks. I'm glad being a non-judgmental person comes across. I want this channel to be a safe space and a place for exploration. But that's so well said. I'm glad you put that in the chat, Teresa. Like that, you can use tarot for so many things, and you can use it at a place you're comfortable with, and then the way you approach it can change too. Okay, great. Yep, Madalena, absolutely. Use it with a connection divine, change the perspective. That has been the most powerful stuff for me, in fact, is changing my perspective, especially when I'm stuck, when I can't make a decision, or when I'm in a grief space, when I'm like spinning, it's like psychological, I'm perseverating and I'm having these repetitive thoughts. To pull out the cards can really just, like, if I'm down this like anxiety road, I pull out the cards and it's like, oh, we took a turn, you know? Oh, good. Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the reassurance. I do just know that, like, when I say I'm an atheist, I know that there are like tons of atheists out there who harp on people and act like they're superior. Or it's like this big gotcha conversation. I'm not interested in that. I'm actually a deeply spiritual person. I've got altars in here. You can see part of my crystal collection back here. It's just how I approach it, like how I think it works might be different from how somebody else thinks it works. But, you know, if your spiritual beliefs and your religious beliefs aren't hurting me and hurting my community, then what do I care? Like, there's no right or wrong here. Oh, I love this. Okay, Eclectic Arcana. Tarot's so good at giving the answers you already had inside. 100%. I agree with that too. Like the way I use tarot personally, I'm not a psychic. I don't believe that I see a future that you can't see, or I have knowledge that you don't have about your situation. But the cards and I can help you access things that you didn't acknowledge, or the things that you weren't sure made any difference in your life, or the things that you were afraid to acknowledge. Yeah, it's just, oh, God, it's so good. Tarot's the best. I just love it so much. Okay, I'm trying to find a deck that looks good with my Poesis. Well, let's do Tarot de Luz. That's my newest deck. All right, somebody had asked earlier about how I use Oracle and Tarot together, and I would love other opinions. Are there other readers in here who also, I know Teresa, you do. I've seen some of your readings where you pull out Oracle and Tarot together. All of my answers, all of my talking about this, I just want to remind everybody, this is just how I do it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Oh, okay, good, Nicole, you do too. So it was really helpful, I think, to get different ideas from different readers. What I do, I go to my oracle first, and I pull a card with the oracle first. I've heard from a lot of people that they use their oracle at the end of the reading. I like the oracle to start the reading. So, oh yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Eclectic, Eclectic Arcana just said they use it at the end. Yeah, I've heard most people I've talked to use it at the end, but that doesn't make sense to me. When I've done that, it like sends my reading off in a weird direction. Oh, hey, fingerprint artist. Okay, you also do the final guidance. Okay, Teresa, fly by the seat of your pants. That's right. You just do whatever you want. And Madalena, yep, Tarot Oracle. Okay, so here's how I would use it first. Let me think. Let's do an example reading. Let me think of something that I need a reading on. Oh, actually, let's do this. I do a reading every week for myself. I do an inner artist reading. Let's just do an inner artist reading. They're usually pretty short. So I would sit down with my deck. This is Poesis. And I'm going to just pull a random card. But, you know, in a real reading, I would pull a real. I do it my regular way. And I pulled Home. Now, I think this is going to be backwards. Is that backwards for you? No, that's okay. So what does my inner artist need? My inner artist needs home. So now I start thinking about what I can provide. If they need home, home is a sense of safety. Home is comfort. Home is freedom. Home is rest. Okay, so now I'm thinking these are the things my inner artist needs. And now I turn to my tarot. If my inner artist needs rest, if my inner artist needs safety, peace, perfect. Yep. Now, oh, hey, Aquamarine 18 is here. Okay, so if my inner artist needs home, if they need rest, then I'm going to ask my tarot, how can I provide my inner artist with some rest? And I got the Hierophant. This is Tarot de Luz, by the way. This is my newest deck, and so I'm going to struggle with it because I haven't done very many readings with it. But doesn't it look so nice with Poesis? Oh, I love them together. Okay, so how can I provide that for my inner artist? I would say I'm going to take on the energy of the Hierophant, and I am going to be in charge. And I'm going to let my inner artist know that I am taking control of the outer situation, that I've got the knowledge, I've got the skills, and I can take care of it. So I use the oracle as like a way to home in on a specific thing, and then I use the tarot to tell me more about that. And the tarot is usually, the questions are often, how can I? And then whatever that oracle told me. Let's do another one. Okay, let's do it. It's a relationship. Actually, let me get caught up on the chat and then I'll do another one. Okay, Nicole says, use it at the beginning and use the keywords and then draw a tarot card for each keyword. Oh, like Nicole, do you mean like you use it like a tarot spread? Like the oracle card is the spread? Oh, Teresa, I'm glad you do. I love doing the inner artist. I don't do like collective readings, but sometimes I share the readings I do for myself sometimes because I do think it's helpful sometimes. Oh, great. Yep. And I just got to Aquamarine. Yes. Spread positions. Love that. Oh, Nicole, stability for home too. Good. Yep. Tarot de Luz. Oh, hey, Marlena. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this has been the surprise pair of the last week for me is Poesis and Tarot de Luz. I think they're beautiful together. They've been really wonderful. Yes, Teresa, I do read the poems with Poesis. I love it. Where's my book? I bought the book. I didn't like having to go online. I didn't want to get on a computer or on my phone anymore. So I decided to buy the book, and the poems are wonderful. I love them. Eclectic. What if you pull a negative card as what you need, and just in general with tarot too, pulling a negative card in a positive? Oh, sure. Okay, so eclectic arcana. I read. I think each card has shadow and light. And so even a card that's like a negative card also has positive aspects. Just like our person, the way I started thinking about this is our personality traits are double-edged swords, right? Let's think about Three of Swords. Okay, people often see that as a negative card. So what's the positive side of that? Awareness, transition, change. Oh, hey, Melanie, welcome. Yeah, right. There you go, Teresa. For example, my card of the year is the Tower, and I choose to use it as something that's providing change. And change is hard. But like Three of Swords is a card of change, right? So it's negative, but there's also that light. And let's think of a positive card. I'm thinking Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles we often see as home, legacy, an achievement in a way. But I also think about the pressure of that card, the way that card sets up a specific view of what is positive and what it means to achieve in your personal life, in your home life. There can be a lot of expectation put us by our families and by society with that card. So the shadow and the light, like every card has the shadow and the light aspect to it. And so if a card that has sort of a predominantly negative association comes up in a positive one, I like to think about like what it provides. Those awful experiences like death, the devil, the Tower. I don't want to like love and light this. Those are hard cards. Those are hard moments in life. When we're experiencing those moments, they are hard, and we need to let them be hard. We can't just like jump over them, right? And pretend that it didn't happen. But they do provide like really good things to us in the end, once we've grieved and we've moved through them and we've grown through them. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that's helpful. Let me get caught up here. Yep. Exactly, fingerprint artist. Yep. Release and transformation. And I would just like to encourage us all as a tarot community to remember that, like, I see so many people read death, which I have to find the death in this deck because it's, wait till you see it. I see a lot of tarot readers reading death as transformation, change, metamorphosis. Like, sure, okay, yes, obviously, yes. But I think as a community, we also need to remember it's hard, it's awful, it's grief, it's our life upended. And eventually, yeah, it'll probably be okay. But like, we can't ignore that there's pain associated with that. Look at the death card in Tarot de Luz. Look at their little pose. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. I can't believe I put off buying this deck. It's so wonderful. Yeah, transformation is hard. It's worth it. It's worth it, but it's so hard. And I see a lot of readers get really kind of scared when those cards come up. And when like Three of Swords comes up, don't get scared. Like we gotta be in those moments too. And it's those moments that people come for tarot readings. They're having a Tower moment. They're having a death moment. They're having a hanged man moment, that's when they come for a reading, you know? Oh, good, Nicole. I'm so glad. I love learning from others too. One of the things I love the most about tarot is that I will never be done learning it. I love it so much. And I love learning from all of you. Yes, Marlena. Yeah, it does mean death. We can't just pretend it doesn't. Ooh, a pruning process. Ooh, chef's kiss. I love that. Hey, Moon Snail. Madalena, am I selling you on Terra de Luz? You have to get. Should we do another practice? Anybody want to do another practice reading with Oracle? Or does anybody have a real reading I could do for you? And I could walk you through how we do, how I like to use Oracle with tarot. Yeah, honestly, Moonsnail, I think if the day comes I've decided I've learned everything there is to learn about tarot, then I should quit. That's not a tarot. That's not a good approach, I think. Or the day I think I know everything about the people who come to me for readings, like, back away from the cards. Okay, Eclectic, what's your question? Let's give it a shot. We'll do an example reading. But if you don't mind, I'm going to switch the decks because I don't want to use a deck that I'm really not familiar with for like a real reading. It works fine for example readings, but. I wonder if it'd be helpful to drop in the chat who other channels, like for those of us who really enjoy like learning more, like people who have a totally different perspective than we do. I would highly recommend checking people in the chat. Marlena has a channel. Madalena has a channel. Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. Aquamarine 18, if you're still here, you can go back up in the chat and find their channel. Gosh, drop it in the chat if you have a channel so people can come follow you. Okay. Let's do. Okay, Eclectic Arcana, just day-to-day guidance on what to focus on as a mom. Okay, great. Let's do. Actually, we'll just do Poesis and Pulp Tarot. I grab my Pulp Tarot because I use it constantly. And we'll pull one Oracle card. Tarot memes on TikTok. Perfect. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, follow us over there too. I'm on TikTok. You can find me over there. I've got a few years of backlog videos. All right, so day-to-day guidance on what to focus on. Okay, so let's do what to focus on as a mom. And I like to tell people I do slow tarot. I'm going to have to shuffle for a while, wake up the deck, get connected with the deck. There might be pauses where I'm not talking. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're going to start with the Oracle. We got Root. What to focus on as a mom. Oh, gosh, that's beautiful. And I know it can be very difficult. I, too, am a mom. Grounding yourself, finding your center, connecting to the earth, slowing down. I also think about these roots as in like a family tree. So connecting to the child or to the children. Outside of all the chores that need to be done. You see the quiet pose here. You see the quiet pose. Connecting with earth, connecting with the universe, connecting with their humanness instead of just like having to get bath time done and homework done and dinner done and cleaning the house done, right? This is a slow, calm card. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the tarot. and ask how to do that. Whew, the card just jumped right at me. Oh, amazing. Okay. And I pulled King of Pentacles. So now I'm thinking about that advice from the Oracle about that calm, that connection. Pentacles, we are in the suit of material things. We are in the suit of the world, the things you can touch and feel and hear. It's the suit of home and money and health and wealth. And we've got our Knight. And the Knight is a very deliberate, thoughtful, aware Knight. And so to get rooted, a couple things you can do is deliberately try to slow down. You don't have to do everything. You have to do the things that are aligned with the mom you want to be, the person you want to be, to care for your own well-being, the well-being of your home, the well-being of your family. So like a discernment, looking at your to-do list on any given day or any given week and discern, like, what are the things you really want to do to try to make a little space to get yourself rooted? And is there anything you can do morning, midday, nighttime, some tiny little ritual that could get you in the state, even if it's just sipping your coffee without looking at your phone, just look out the window. Think about that. Is there something you can do to get yourself more in that rooted state? Okay, let me get caught up here. Okay. Okay, Eclectic Arcana. How's that sit with you? Do you have any questions? And anybody else? And that's how I do my Oracle first, and then my cards. And thanks everybody for putting your channels in, because I know the folks in here, like, we all have different approaches. And so I think it's really fun to see how we all read and what we think of how tarot works and the types of decks. Hello, hello, welcome. Yeah, I love this card. Can you believe, I love that this would come up. Get some time to yourself before starting the day. Oh, okay. So you start your day feeling kind of rushed. Yeah. That's something I did. Yes, of course. I'm happy to read for you. That's something I did when my kiddos were little. My kids are old now. Well, old. 19 and 21. But I did the same. I was a middle school and a high school teacher when my kids were little. And excuse me. And I could not go through the rush of the morning just to get to the rush of school. Even if it was just a half an hour, I just needed to, like, settle into my day without someone trying to touch me and ask me questions, you know? What about folks in the chat? Any questions about how I approach my Oracle and my tarot together? I'm happy to answer that too. My other part of my process, y'all, I kiss my decks. I thank them for their work. I really anthropomorphize everything in my life, I'll be honest. Everything is alive at Nancy's world. Do I often do one Oracle and one? Sure, I'll take more than one tattoo. You know, I usually do one Oracle, yeah. And then I do as many tarot cards as want to come out, honestly. Probably up to 3. Probably do up to 3. Yeah, that's my process. I kiss the deck, and then I shuffle it to kind of cleanse it and release it from its work, and then pop it back in the box. And and then it's done. Give it a little shuffle. Let it be done. Does anybody else in here have little rituals you do? Teresa, you thank your decks? Yes, goodbye, Madalena. I'll try to go live again so we can all hang out again sometime soon. Have a good night. I love these lives. We've got somebody from Portugal. We've got somebody from Australia. I'm in the US. It's so fun to connect with people around the world with all these things that we just love. Oh, I breathe on them so they know it's me and have my energy. Oh, you kiss your decks too and you speak to them. Hello, good to see you again. Oh, hey, you jerk. And you thank yours. Oh, we're as kind, soft-hearted people in this chat, I think. I do every now and then have choice words for my decks. When the card comes up, I'm just like, Moon Snail. Oh, you know what? Moon Snail, I got to say, I have also felt self-conscious about my my routine, and it's very hard, right, to like, I don't know, to be so kind of woo about it and to worry that somebody's going to judge you. But I think people who come to readings like being a part of your routine. Just to say, I think it feels good to see how a reader prepares themselves to take your reading seriously. And to not worry about it if it takes time, or if you've got to kiss that deck, or if you've got to say hello or knock on it with some selenite. Just do it. Yeah, it can be nerve-wracking. I personally have struggled with that too. I started offering professional readings a year ago, maybe. And started doing lives on TikTok, and I felt so self-conscious about how long it would take me to wake up a deck sometimes, or when I'm on like a Google Meet with somebody and we're just sitting silently while I connect to the deck or waiting for the cards to come. Like, I felt so self-conscious about it, but own it. I'm just going to say, own it. Queen of Swords it. Do I have any good spreads I've been working on recently? Yes, actually, I do have some good spreads. Okay, Teresa, he walked me through a breathing exercise at the end to help integrate the lesson. Oh, how beautiful. I love that, Teresa. There you go, Moonsnail. Do what feels right. Are you Queen of Swords? I love you. I'm a Queen of Cups. I'm a Queen of Cups, and I need to expand my inner Queen of Swords. If you've watched any of my recent videos, you know that's kind of my goal for the month, is getting real swordsy. So let me show you. Let me grab it. I'll be right back. The big spread I've been working with lately is my monthly spread for this year. So I do a big, deep card of the year practice. And this is my monthly spread. Here, let me see. I'm going to try to get it as close as I can. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, you can. Okay, I'll hold it there for a second. I can't really tell. My eyesight is bad. I can't tell if that is like blurry. So this, I start the month with this every month. And I discover what my tower is. And then, oh, look at us all needing more swords in our life. We need our Queen of Swords. Oh, fingerprint artist, I'm so glad you love it. So one of the things I've been doing lately, and I do actually have a video on this that I haven't posted yet. I do a nighttime routine. And lately, when I get to the end of the day, I just can't journal. And I I don't know, there's something about having to do a sentence in a paragraph and linear thought that is just not working for me at night. And so I'm starting to do something new. And let me show you what it is. Maybe you guys will like this too. I just need a piece of paper. Okay. Journal, plain piece of paper, whatever you want. And you're going to make 4 quadrants. And so instead of having to do a journal that's like, sentences and paragraphs, you're going to do, you can do lists, you can do drawing, you can do single words. But what I've been doing for my month, I set up nighttime quadrants. Let me see if I can get that to. So I can set up think, feel, see, wonder. And then these are directly related to my monthly reading: villain, control, love, devotion, and free. Visualize, wish, dualities, balance, being nice, Queen of Swords, devotion, and rebellion. And then I have weekly readings I do for myself. So this last one is a check-in. So check in on my inner artist, my deep dive, my self-love, and then my theme and my card of the year. So what I do, let's do a, since we're all in love with the Queen of Swords, let's do that. I'm going to make one for being nice. And I'm nice in quotes, okay? Queen of Swords, devotion, and rebellion. All right, so I just label. Each quadrant gets one thing. And then I just start writing. As the thoughts come to my head, I start filling in the quadrants. Oh, good night. It's good to see you. And then the other thing about this too, I got this from an artist named Linda Berry. And they say to keep your pen moving, just to always keep it moving. And so you can just doodle along the lines. You can doodle along the edges. But the idea is that you fill it in, and it doesn't have to be linear, and you just keep going. And you could draw a picture in there. It doesn't even have to be a word in that quadrant. And then, so that's one way to do it. Or you get out your cards and you use these as spread positions. You draw 4 cards and then start writing in there about the cards. Oh, yes. Okay, eclectic. Yes. It's both. It's both. Lately, I've mostly just been journaling for my nighttime routine, but I also pull cards. So let's do, so Queen of Swords. In my Queen of Swords quadrant, I'm going to pull a random card, and then we'll talk about what could go in there. 4 of Cups. So if I pulled the 4 of Cups in that Queen of Swords, what I would do is I'd think of what are moments during my day that were real Queen of Swordsy. When was I a Queen of Swords? When could I have been a Queen of Swords? When was somebody else a Queen of Swords? But also around this kind of general topic of the 4 of Cups. That's what I would do. Yeah, so this is, I don't know, it's just something that I've been trying so far. We're only like a week or so in, so I haven't done it a lot, but I've enjoyed it. For nighttime, it's been really good. Anybody else have some spreads you've been working with lately? One of my favorite things to do is make spreads out of quotes and song lyrics and lines in books. And I've got, if you go into my posts, I've got old posts with some spreads like that. Oh my gosh, your theme is discovery. How beautiful is that with the moon and the wheel of fortune, and you chose discovery. A reflection and a spread. That's beautiful. So do you do a different spread each month, Fingerprint? Yeah, Eclectic Arcana. I find it difficult to pull cards at night too. Sometimes if I'm struggling with like feeling restless, I'll pull a card like, how can I calm down? How can I get to sleep? but mostly at night lately, for the last couple of years, I mostly journal instead of pull cards at night. I think we're aligned on that. I love that. Something to look forward to as well as look back on. Yeah, Melanie, that's so fun, isn't it, to use oracles? Do you intentionally choose the oracle card for the spread, or do you pull them randomly? Yes, spreads on songs. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I actually just recorded a video today. I'm going to share a spread that I've got based on a quote. I'm going to try to get that up by Sunday. I love that. Yep. Okay. I'm not sure how to pronounce your username. Fenere? Tell me if I'm close. You pull multiple oracle cards and let those be the spread. Okay. And Melanie, you choose them. Okay. Fingerprint, same ones each month. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I just saw, it is Key Features. That's another great channel to follow, by the way, everybody. She just posted about how she does that. And I was like, yeah, like other people do that too. Cause I haven't really chosen randomly. I will tell you, I haven't chosen randomly. What I do is I choose lines from books that resonate with me, lines from songs, poetry, right? Quotes I hear online. Like I choose something that really resonates instead of doing it randomly. So I got to try the random though. I like that. So here's an example. I have a recipe box full of these quotes and lyrics and things that mean something to me. So I just pulled a random one. Let go of the need to be who people want me to be. So I would pull one of these, or I'd pull a quote from a book, and then I'd start thinking about how tarot can help me with that. How can I let go? What is stopping me from letting go? What do I think people need me to be? What am I instead? Let's see if I can find one that's a quote. Well, actually, I know how to find quotes. My reading journal. Fina Ray. Okay, thank you so much, Fina Ray. And you let the Oracle deck choose. Okay, great. So you go like random. Oh my gosh, inspirational messages on corporate emails. Yes, I think the CEOs would be pretty amazed. Oh my gosh, a list of Taylor Swift songs for each one. Amazing. Okay, let me find a quote. I have an old reading journal where I would save quotes and lines from books that like hit me. Okay, here's one. This is from A Mirror Mended by one of my favorite authors, Alex Harrow. It strikes me that neither heroes nor dying girls are very good at sticking around at the ordinary work of living. So this is just a quote that I thought was beautiful, like a beautiful piece of writing. So I would turn to my tarot and I'm going to start like focusing on some key words here. And I think I often focus on the verbs. So it strikes me that neither heroes nor dying girls are very good at sticking around. You know what? In this one, I might ask, in what way am I a hero or a dying girl who doesn't stick around? How can I be better at the ordinary work of living? How can I shed the ordinary work of living and focus more on my inner hero? Oh my God. Okay, I got to get out of this. I tried for years to become a published writer. And so I have a long collection of just beautiful writing, and I get sucked into it. I Oh, Melanie, have you? Okay, let me show you. So Melanie put in the comments about my card where I match up my pairs. So I keep note cards where I match up. I have a note card for each Oracle deck I have because I don't have as many Oracle decks as I have tarot. And then I list all the tarot decks that look good with it. And I put a little star by the ones that I'm like, oh, very nice. Yeah. So I just keep those. Yeah. Yeah. Keeping spreads fresh. Yeah. And Mama T also focuses on the verbs. Let me show you one other thing I have. You guys, can you tell how much of an inner emperor I have? I love organization. I love it so much. Have I shown you this yet? Oh, Eclectic Arcana. That's so sweet. This is a greeting card box. And in it, I have spreads that I've developed, spreads that I've collected. In the back, I'm starting to make little like booklets for each of the cards and what they mean to me. I struggle to have things in notebooks because notebooks are bound, and so they're hard to adjust. But when you use a note card, it can get as big or small as you want. You can rearrange things, you can move them, you can, you don't have to tear out a page, you just remove it. And the other thing I like about this, when I take out my spread, I just write the spread on a note card because then I don't have to try to keep a journal open on my desk. I just set the note card on my desk. It's basically the size of an Oracle card because I got bigger. I got 4x6 note cards. And so I can just lay it down on the card. And like this one, I tried to keep track of where I got them from. So I know if it was one that I developed or one that somebody else developed. And I pull these out sometimes. Just when I feel like I want to do a reading and I'm not sure what to do a reading on, I have a little library, little catalog. Teresa, right, Nancy, right. The only tarot book I have so far, I wrote up a guide for my card of the year. So it's not a book, it's a PDF download, but I really enjoyed writing it. And I've been thinking lately that I want to write one about working with your inner artist as well, because that's another thing that I feel like, I don't know, that's like particular to me. There's so many books that tell you how to read tarot and so many books that tell you what the cards mean. I would want to write something that is, I don't know, that's not already out there. That's something that I feel deeply connected to. I also write little zines. I make a bunch of zines. Have I shown you my zines? Guys, we should do a live and I'll show you how to fold zines. Okay, good. You've been putting your spreads. Isn't it easier with the spreads on index cards? It's so much easier to deal with. You don't have to have a journal on your desk. It's amazing. Screenshots and then Shutterfly to print them as photos. That's so smart. Why did I never think of that? That's so smart. Yeah, a very nice image. Yeah. Okay, well, listen, I have zines. You guys, I should do lives more often because all I do is get my ego boosted. I love this little community we've got going out here on YouTube. I was so nervous to join and like be more serious about YouTube because it feels so, I don't know. It just feels so much more serious than TikTok, but you guys are great. Okay, so first of all, two things. I have a newsletter. It's linked. I have a link, like a link tree, okay? So I have a newsletter and you get access to all the freebies from past newsletters. And thanks, Nicole. And one of my first freebies was my Canva template for my mini zines. So you can go get the template, okay? And then you can make a ton of zines for yourself. They are made with one single piece of paper. This is from my teaching days, people. Single piece of paper. that you just fold in a specific way, one cut, and then you wrap it around and you have a little mini zine. And I sell some of these, and then some of them I just make them for myself, and I keep my spreads in these zines because they fit in a lot of tarot boxes. So like here, I don't know if it'll fit in this one because it's a little smaller. Yeah, check this out. So you just put you can keep your zine in there. So when you're out and about, take your zine with your spreads that you made for yourself, pull that out. You can ask if people want a reading, they could pick a reading out of the zine. But I've got zines for like study exercises and self-love, and yeah, I just put together spreads and it's really fun. That's very kind of you. And also in my newsletter, hot tip, I have given away, my zines have been freebies too. So they're in my Etsy shop, but they're in my newsletter. You can go get them. Red Wing, oh, beautiful Red Wing. That's awesome. Oh, no way, Eclectic Arcana, you got my zines? I've also made my own, like this was for my Devil Year, I made a zine for myself of questions for my year, and I just organized them like by topic. And sometimes when I see like if there's a YouTube video and somebody's sharing them, oh here, these are questions from Lexi. This is from Light Wands on TikTok, and I just started collecting her questions. So you don't have to print out your zines either. You can just fold a piece of paper and use them. I also made one for myself that's just like my favorite 3-card spreads. And that's the one I take with me when I'm going to be somewhere where I know people are going to ask me for a reading. I also made one that's just daily draw questions. Just to have them. Thank you, Moon Snail. Listen, this is what gives me so much joy. I also sew. I'd say I do witchcrafts. So I do all this stuff. Can you tell I was a high school teacher? And middle school. Also middle school. These zines were my middle school days. I taught Spanish, and so we used to make lots of little books. I'd have the students write little books. Yeah. To index cards. Oh, yay! I'm just trying to get caught up on chat here. Fina Ray, I love that you transferred them to note cards too. I just think, like, for some of us that works, right? Some people want a notebook, but like for me, the note cards is the way to go. I'm so glad to share that and like let other people try it out too. I'm glad, Eclectic. I'm glad you like the zines. Y'all be inspired. I love helping other people be more creative. Oh, Eclectic, you know, I don't know if I'll put the 3-card up because I've borrowed some of them. So I'm not going to like sell something that's somebody else's spread, but I wonder if I could put it up as a freebie in the newsletter because I know who they're from, right? I'll just write on there who they're from. Maybe I'll see and get permission if I can do that. Oh, good. I'm so glad you joined, Fingerprint Artist. Oh, okay, Fina Ray, you're going to be reading for other people. Let me pull out my 3-card spread. Let me tell you, my go-to spread is embrace this, release this, and trust this. I'll put it in the chat. That to me, that has covered a lot of things. And because I read from a psychological standpoint, right, a therapeutic standpoint, that one is so helpful. It works for relationship readings, career readings, readings about change, readings about being in hard times. Okay. So I made a zine for myself, but you see a little note on the bottom. Do not share or sell, because it's other people's. I've got my citations on the back. Ah, that's so fun. That's going to be great. And you probably don't want them to be very long either. Oh, Nicole, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, let's do a reading for you. Sort of about like self-care for you. All right, we're going to do a reading for Nicole. Great, we'll do that. Yep, about your situation with your dad. Oh, it's so hard, Nicole. Okay. Ooh, okay. No, not a pity party at all. Just a community coming together during a hard time. So for embrace this, actually, let me start with just this overall sense I have of it. It's being in the moment, okay? And not guarding yourself too much over what's happening. So embrace this. I got Knight of Cups. So that's in the heart, right? The cup suit. You're in your heart. And I always see the Knight of Cups as sort of here for a good time, not for a long time kind of person. And so embracing that moment, those moments where you can be present and where you can have connection and even focus on something lighthearted. Like I feel like the Knight of Cups, it's like they would not be comfortable with things getting too serious in any aspect of their life, which is not necessarily a good personality trait. I'm just saying, like, for a temporary thing, for the situation you're in now. When those moments come, when those lighthearted moments come, embrace them. You don't have to make them. You don't have to pretend this isn't happening. But when they come, let them be there. Have a good time with it. Have a joke. Everything is temporary, right? And I think the Knight of Cups really embraces that aspect of life, no matter what's going on. For release this, I got 9 of Wands. My keyword for this is vigilance. Like this person is shored up, they're defending themselves, they're exhausted. They're seeing possible attacks from every angle. So to release that feeling in this situation is to release this sense of impending doom, which is just an impossible thing. But as much as you can, try to be present, try to be focused on the present instead of the future, instead of the concern for what's coming around the corner. Try to release that as much as you can and be here. Let those wands fall away. Let the vigilance fall away and be present. And trust this. We got the Tower. It is, of course, inevitable, this Tower moment that you're in. Trust that you can make it through, that you and your loved ones can make it through. You have what you need. You have the strength you need. Whatever community you have what you need to make it through. It is going to be a Tower moment. And there will be a path out of it. And just trust that that is the moment you're in. And that you can handle what's coming your way. I think a key with the Tower at any given time, whatever tower we're in, is to not feel like we need to do it alone. Mostly the Tower, it's usually just this like single tower, right? And it's presented as being off in the middle of nowhere. There's no help coming, right? Don't try to be that lone tower in this moment. Think about where the support is, where the path is, the path forward, where the community can come together, the people around you. Let me just show you how these are laid out really quick too. If you can see where that knight is on his way, where that knight is going. The Nine of Wands is looking away from the Tower, and the Knight is going toward it. So this is the release, right? We want to get rid of that feeling of, we want to be in the present, right? But look at that Knight. That sense of lightheartedness or joy that the Knight of Cups can bring to places, he may be a way to carry you through the Tower. Holding on to that little string, those opportunities for joy and deep connection, heart connection, that may be a way to help you through it. All right, I think that's all the cards have to say to me. Oh, okay, good, Nicole. I hope there's some wisdom in there that can help. Do you have any questions on it or need any clarification? The other Emperor thing I have to do, just a second. I track the decks I use, guys. I got to write down that I use these. At the end of the year, I add up. I track which ones I use the most, which ones I use the least. Okay, this is the Flower Child, Nicole. This appears to be out of print right now. This is a mass market deck. I think it had one printing, but keep an eye on it. I can show you a few more cards. But everything I'm seeing is that they did one printing, and I don't know. I'm hoping they're gonna get more. Lots of frogs in this deck. Some cats. It does have sort of a rose petal-y finish, so I did have to do my freeze it and swat it thing, but it worked great. It worked great. I really like it too. It's straight up RWS, but with some frogs and some fairies and some cats. I like the colorway. I like the backs. Yeah, this is Flower Child. It's a pretty thick deck. So fellow small-handed people, it's not terrible, but it's pretty thick. But yeah, I love this one. I think maybe my husband might have bought this for me. It's a good one. Well, what else is on our mind, people? I'll quick share. Um, I've been reading this for a long, long time. I highly recommend this for tarot book. And then when I'm done with this one, I'm going to jump into this. Has anybody read this tarot book? It's Tarot of the Archetypal Journey. Movie stars, TV. Yes, I love that. Yeah, it's so great. Because honestly, I want to do 100 tarot readings a day. And so I just read for anything. I like reading for Humans of New York, that Instagram. I'll read for that too. I also used to really like watching Love is Blind. And so I would do a lot of readings on that. Oh, are you getting Playful Heart? I've been so on the fence. I know. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that like this little group came together tonight. This is really fun. Yeah, I used to do when I was practicing, like whether I could do predictive readings, I would read on the couples on Love is Blind. I just can't watch it anymore. It just got to be, it was too hard for me to watch the way straight women try to make themselves appealing to straight men. I just couldn't do it anymore. Okay, yeah, so Pip Speak and Playful Heart, I've sort of have on my list, but lately, I don't know, I just haven't been enjoying reading with my like more sort of not cartoony, you know what I mean. The more like whimsical, bolder, I don't know. But with it only having that one more printing, I just feel like maybe I should get it just in case. That's a silly reason to buy a tarot deck though, isn't it? Not a silly reason. Y'all are enablers. Yeah, I really should think about it because it's this art. I like that sort of folk art style of it. Maybe it's folk art. That's what I'm kind of feeling in it. I do like folk art a lot. Oh, I was on eBay the other day. You'll have to stop me with vintage decks. Um, I found a deck. I mean, it is like multiple hundreds of dollars. I've never seen it before, but the like 3 images I saw, it just like, oh, I just took my breath away. Okay. I will put it on my to-do list to take it more seriously. Where's my phone? Okay. Look at Playful Heart. Okay, but we also have a Pip Speak lover. So Melanie, for you with Playful Heart, what was it for you with that? What stopped you from using it? And Pip Speak is that like wonderful little Marseille, right? That everybody says the guidebook is really a good way to learn Marseille with that one. That's true. That's true. I could always just pass it on or sell it. I'm going to get off this live. I feel like I'm having a Lisa Pepez moment. If you guys ever watch her like up and coming, she's like always saving tabs, buying half the stuff in her live. Yeah, that's it. Like I don't know what I had never heard of this deck. I had never seen it. I saw 2 pictures and it was like $300. What was I doing? Yeah, and I should look and see because I love reading with my flower child and people always ask about it. I should look and see if I can keep track of if there's any news on whether they're going to do another printing. Ridiculous. I don't know why it's not getting more printings. It's an awesome deck. Oh, okay. Maybe what am I thinking then? Okay, Pip Speak. Let me look it up. Pip Speak deck. Kitten Chops. What am I thinking of? Oh, it was not that. What was I thinking of? God, that's cute too. Oh man, you guys. One thing I do know about myself these days is that I'm not really ready for full on pips. Okay, I need the Playful Heart, I do. But God, look at that Pipspeak too. The sun in the Pipspeak is so cute. Is anybody in here mainly a Marseille reader? Oh, it's Flower Child. Is it back on Amazon? And it's a real one? Yeah. It's Squid Cake. Thank you. I was thinking Squid Cake. Yeah, I have some like historic, facsimiles, and I love reading with them. But just lately I haven't I don't know, just not really into it lately. That's what I've heard. That the Squid Cake is a great way to read Marseille. That's what everybody says to like learn it. It's got a um, really good guidebook. I have the feeling that there will come a time, and I'm actually really drawn to my Tara Balbi, and this is not Marseille. This is Eudes Picard, but these I love it so much. I can't stop thinking about it. So I may try to learn this system, but I'd have to like get through a very dense book. And he switches the elements on two of the suits, so it would be quite different, I think, than what I'm accustomed to. But I'm just really super drawn to it. Oh yeah, you've got the Balbi. Yeah, see, that's how I feel too. So I've got the Balbi, which I love, and I've got I'm actually going to try to get one of the 1990s printings. This was a 1978, but I want one of the ones from Argentina. And then I have the Vaqueta, which I love. I love this deck. And I read with it not very often, but I really love it. I don't know, just lately I feel like the pips themselves, without more in the pip, I just don't get much out of it. But it's not to say that, I'm not getting rid of them. Like, I agree with you, Melanie. I see it the same way, like a little museum, right? It's just a catalog. It's a way to see some other things. You guys, my birthday is coming up. And my dear husband saw this notice that this Visconti Sforza is going to be on display in New York. And they're doing a limited run edition. And he wanted to buy me the Visconti Sforza that they're selling. And he came to check with me. And we decided not to get it because there's no titles. It's pips. It's huge. It's like a 7-inch deck, but it's very sweet. That's another one that I would love to have in my collection, just to have it. I don't know that I'd read with it. Oh, you got the Matrona. That's another one that I've really thought about, but I know I'm not going to read with it. Oh, yay, the Vaqueta. I think the Vaqueta is just so charming and wonderful. Okay, so are we mostly in the chat here? Are we mostly RWS people? It sounds like it. I do plan to learn Marseille someday. The one deck I have that the pips are ridiculous. Okay, also RWS. Let me show you this one. I ended up taking the deck apart. This is the Madoni. And the pips are so silly. Like, there's just not a lot for me in these pips. And so I ended up making a majors and courts only, because I do a lot of readings actually with majors and courts only. And the majors and the courts in this deck are incredible. And so I just decided to split it up, and I'm not reading with the pips anymore. So that's also another option, like as a transition into it. Or all of my, I just made a video about my non-standard pips. I'm loving those decks, really getting a lot out of them. So I feel like I'm slowly sliding into straight up pip decks. But this one is great. This is my first vintage deck, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Fina Ray, I got started down the Lenormand path a couple years ago and was super excited about it and having a ton of fun. And then just suddenly was like, I want to learn more about tarot right now. And then I never went back. But yes, Lenormand is really cool. I'd also like to get into playing cards too. Oh, okay. So about the Matrona, you just decided to get it. I was thinking about getting the pocket size of that one, but I just know I'm not going to read with it. It is gorgeous. I can know a deck is gorgeous, and I can appreciate a gorgeous deck and not buy it. I can. Okay, bye, Nicole. It was so great to hang out with you. Yes, I'll find another time. I'm also, if you're on TikTok, I try to do lives over there sometimes too. So great to hang out again. Oh, wait, you drew your own Lenormand on playing cards? That is so smart. Oh, we are such a creative bunch. This has been so fun. Oh, Fina, you read Marseille like RWS. Oh, interesting. I pretty much do too. I know what the cards mean. I just take the meaning. And I take techniques from Marseille and put it on RWS, like paying attention to where the figures are facing and stuff like that. I just, mix and match. Is anybody in here a Thoth reader? Oh, yes, sorry. I got the chat wrong. Yeah. Teresa, you just read it as RWS. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rita. I'm so glad. I'm glad you checked in, that you're here. Vintage plus whimsy. Okay, that's another one. I have the deck because it's part of the catalog, right? Part of the history, but I haven't read with it. I don't know how to read with it. That feels like a very different system. It feels pretty easy to overlay RWS meanings onto Marseille, but I don't know. I just haven't really got access to Thoth yet. Ooh, you do runes too. $32 on 32. Very smart. Very, very money management of you. Yeah, Fina, I feel the same. Honestly, though, I feel the same way about. Oh man, who's the guy who did the RWS? Wait, their whole thing, But when I look at the RWS, I mostly see Pamela Coleman Smith in it, and I feel very connected to that. I think that the art in the Thoth deck, is Lady Frida Harris. I think was a genius artist. I'm very drawn to her art, very drawn to it. Yep. I wonder too. I think the thing is, it's the keywords that get me. That feels so different. Like there's, oh, how beautiful! Yes. Oh, that's awesome. What a great connection. So when I look at the majors in the Thoth, that just feels very clear. There's a couple that are renamed, like the Aeon and Art and things like that. So that I want to learn a little bit more about that. But once we get into the pips, they are pips. And I got the smaller one just because I wanted it for reference. So it does say wands, but then there's this keyword on there, which to me, I don't know. I don't love that. I don't like for there to be a single word. The way I read is like each card has a constellation of words associated with it, like a word map associated with it. And so when it's just one keyword, I don't know. And the fact that it's just pips with a keyword just feels a little narrow. So anyway, I'd have to figure it out. Because I know it's not narrow. I know people that this is their primary deck. And they don't have one word for the card, They've got expansive meanings too. Really? And then they just read with the pips? That's intense. But why not? I mean, I have Oracle decks that are there's no keywords on them. I've got soul cards. But when it's just pips, that's really interesting. What if they just go with the color and the sense of movement on the card? Oh my word, I just looked at the time. I was like, I feel kind of tired. My little Midwestern heart needs to find her way to bed. The sun and the moon tarot. Oh yeah, that's based on Thoth, isn't it? Okay, and you just ignore the keywords. But I feel like that one, sun and moon. Let me look, make sure I'm thinking of the right one. Yes, I love the art on that one. So, but that's not pips the whole way through, is it? Right? It's scenes. Yeah, there's scenes on it. It's not just pips, which the original Thoth is. Teresa, how'd you make it a tarot deck? I love the Sun and Moon Tarot. Actually, I love the art on that. And I've been tempted to get it so many times, but I didn't because of the keywords. And I wonder if I maybe treat it as an oracle, because I did just get Outgrow Yourself, which is Thoth, but also has keywords, but I got it because it's got phrases, which of course I can't show you this deck. YouTube's filters would not be happy with me showing you this deck, but it's got a keyword at the bottom and a phrase at the top. And so I'm just using it as an oracle, not as a tarot deck. And so I wonder if maybe I could do that with the Sun and Moon too, because I find the art totally charming. All right, y'all. I have a very hard question for tarot readers. Okay, I put a Roman numeral to match the majors on the cards that felt like them, and the number and the earth. I love that. That's so clever. Okay, now I want to do that. I got these at Half Price Books, my soul cards. I got them for like $6 a deck. I bet they'll show up again. I can have a second copy and turn into a tarot deck. I love that. Oh, yeah, why not? Just rewrite it. This is the thing. I need to get more into deck mods. I feel so nervous to mod a deck. And so I'm like, oh, well, I can't get that because it has keywords. I don't want keywords. Why not? Why not just cut it? Why not make it to what I want? Like there's no tarot police who are going to show up and tell me I can't do that. It's my deck. I can do what I want. I thank you for empowering me. Well, thank you so much for stopping in, everybody. It was really fun to hang out. Have a great night. And I'll, if I've got time coming up here, I'll try to do another one soon. It's fun to just chat with other readers. Oh, good. The RWS, great. That's a great one to start with. Oh, the Unicorn Journey. That's so sweet. That one is really cute. And Finery, good luck at the party. Good luck with your readings. I hope it goes well. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night.